Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your weekly rune reading for each of the 4 elements for the week of March 9th through the 15th. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements, or if you're interested in a whole bunch of other goodies, there are some links in the description. There's also a natal interpretation chart, which is your 12 houses, and it gives you a 10 to 20 page description of what all that means. It's a really cool tool if you've never had your charts read, so you can check that out. Otherwise, we'll get started, and we'll start off with fire. Fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And fire, you guys are starting off with the Rado rune. Let me get my little book here. And Rado is the long journey on horseback rune. Color of bright red, tarot association is the Hierophant, and astrology is Sagittarius. So fire, this is right up your alley. We have, it's a physical journey, pleasant ones, journeys that bring positive developments. It can also lead to a spiritual journey or an awakening. So fire, if you're doing some traveling or this was on the agenda this week, you definitely are going to have some fun with this. And even if it's not a physical journey, they're saying that this could be some spiritual breakthroughs, or maybe those fun aha moments could be kicking in this week. But it's definitely a time for fire to step into its leadership position. The Hierophant is also could be called the High Priest, because you're learning to speak the will of the gods. And that's where you're getting this energy of the aha moments, where you're going to have some spiritual breakthroughs maybe, or something along the lines of waking up an aspect of yourself that may have been dormant, or maybe not as strong as you would like it to have been. There's some shifting going on this week. Your second rune is the Iawaz rune, which is the rune of the horse. Color is white, tarot association is the Lovers, astrology is Gemini, so you're working with some air and water here. Travel changes such as new jobs or a new home, spiritual journeys, and movement. Fire, there is a lot of options for movement for you this week. It could be a spiritual movement, it could be a physical movement, there could be some promotions involved, there could be something changing in how you're living this week, like a new home or something along those lines. But I'm also getting this energy of, to trigger some of this, it may be required that you physically do some motion, do some moving meditation, yoga, tai chi. Okay, that was weird. They're showing me belly dancing, so however that plays in. But definitely, this is not a week for our fire family to be sedentary. There's some things moving and shaking in the grand scheme of things, and the universe is wanting to let you know that this is definitely a week for you to step into your basically step into your power of movement. Fire, you like to move. You don't sit still well. Even on a quiet one where fire's banked, there's still movement there. So fire, this is a time for you to really light up your little corner of the world, however that magic comes through for you. So let's hop over to our Earth family. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And Earth, we're starting off with the Iawaz rune, which so many sound so similar. This is the rune of the yew tree. Color of dark blue. Tarot association is the Hanged Man, and astrology is Scorpio. So Earth, you're working with some water energy this week. Protection, a time of death and rebirth, foresight, and perseverance. This one is saying something is coming to an end, but there's something else coming in as a beginning. So you've got this thing where you've got a lot happening, Earth. It's not going to be so simple as this one thing is coming to a close, and so we'll close that door and this other one's going to open up. No, they're saying it's going to be more like shake the snow globe and see what happens. There's some things that need to be cleared out, and it's not going to be a subtle thing for you. They're saying it's not going to be painful, but it's definitely not going to be subtle. So whatever's shifting for our Earth family, it's going to be pretty loud and proud for them. Other people may not even notice this, but Earth, you're going to. And with the Hanged Man, it's saying it's time to look at some stuff from a different perspective. Things that you may have always had in place because, well, they're stable, they're safe, they're structured, but they were weighing you down and stopping you from moving forward. So some of that stuff has to get shaken up this week. And it could be something minor, but they're saying there's a lot of option that's going to happen. It's not just one thing. So your second rune is the Gibo rune, which is the rune of blessings and generosity. Color of deep blue. Tarot association is the Lovers, and astrology is Pisces. Earth, find your water people. They're going to help you through whatever's happening here. They're going to learn to go with the flow, and that's what you're going to need this upcoming week, is that fluidity. So it's a sign of gifts, generosity, giving, people coming together, and relationships becoming deeper. Earth, I'm hearing that if you're in a relationship with a water sign, you guys are going to have an amazing week. It's going to be a lot of roller coaster energy, but the water is going to be like, check this out, this is so much fun. So it's going to give you this energy of, okay, there's a lot of changes going on, but that's okay. And that's, if you're not in a relationship, even if it's just a friendship with someone who's water, check in on them, see how they're going, if they're around, if they can help with anything, even if it's just going out and watching a movie. Just be in the presence of some water this week, because it's definitely going to help shift things in the right way, because the universe is saying, Earth, it's time to let go of some things. It's time to bring some new stuff in, and because of things that you have put in place so far, intentions, affirmations, dreams, wishes, desires, whatever it is, you've put in the work, but you're holding on to this anchor, which is preventing you from actually achieving what it is you're trying for. So the anchor's got to go, and this is the week where you may see some positive shifts in that particular area of release. So let's hop over here to our air family. Air covers Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this one is for you. And we have the Perth rune, which is the rune of fate. You can also see it as a little cup. And it is the color of black. Tarot association is the Wheel of Fortune. And astrology is Saturn. So there's some serious energy here. There are some fated actions that will be coming in this week. It's mystery, chance, unexpected material gain, and surprises. Something hidden coming to light. When we work with the energy of Saturn, we are stepping into a place where the stern father figure of the 7 original planets is stepping up, saying, enough's enough. We're shifting some things. You don't get to know. You get to see the results, which are going to be beneficial, but you don't get to see what's going on behind the scenes. Air, I'm hearing that this is going to drive you bonkers because you like to know things, but Saturn is like, this is not your time to know. This is your time to trust. You have set things in motion. You have either set them in motion consciously or subconsciously. And this is why meditation, why learning ourselves is so important, because when the universe decides to kick up with one of its fate periods like now, whatever you've got started is going to come into play this week, whether you're aware of it or not. And your second rune is Berkana, which is the birth rune. Tarot association is the Empress. Color is dark green. And astrology is Virgo. So this is where it's not going to be easy. Virgo is Earth. So you are working with some contrarian energy here. Renewal, promise of new beginnings, new growth, birth, family, and home. Air. There's going to be some divine masculine energy coming in this week. You have that Saturn energy, tends to be the stern father figure, but it's also that energy of Wheel of Fortune. So there is a cycle at play. With Berkana, it's saying to birth something new, you have to release something from the past. Whatever that may be, like when husband and wife birth a child into the world, there's a lot of things they have to give up to be able to do the parenting thing in a healthy situation. So when you look at it from that perspective, there's this new joy coming in, there's this new energy coming in. But what is it you're letting go of to make room or adjust, meaning release other things, to embrace this new thing? When you have Perth, which is fate, and Berkana, which is birth, it's saying the birth of something new is fated for you. You have to learn to adjust for the things that the universe is bringing in. So air, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but this is a week of reflection for you. This is a week of looking at how things are and being able to see where they could go. What are the roadblocks? What are the emotional hiccups? What are the habits? Or it could be, what are the associates? People you're not really close friends with, but you're they float on your outside. What can you let go of this week? And it doesn't mean you have to let go of big things. It could be that. Everyone's different. But air, this is really a good time for reflection. Saturn is seen as the stern father figure, also the planet of mystery, because there's times you just have to put your trust on something higher and, fingers crossed, and be like, okay, do this, because you're not in control of everything. You're in control of a lot, but not all of it. And this is where that energy comes in. So it's a good reminder of our humility, I guess you could call it. So let's hop over to our water energy, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies. Water, you're starting off with a pretty interesting little rune here. It's the Inga's rune, which is the rune of fertility, one of the versions of it. And it's the color of yellow. Tarot association is judgment, and astrology is the new moon. Completion of ideas or projects, new beginnings, a time of positive energy and good fortune. Water, your creativity is stepping up this week. Your creativity is going to almost become frustrating. And they're saying this in the best possible way, because it's one of those things where you're going to get this influx of ideas as you go through this week of, ooh, I have this idea. I'm going to start this new painting. I want to start this new Afghan, this new quilt. I'm going to start this new carving. I want to take a welding class. It's all going to kind of hit this week, and it's not saying this is bad. It's saying, get ready. Because water, you're a dreamy aspect anyway. You want to do all this fun, creative stuff that breaks you from reality, stuff that gets you into fantasy. All of the three signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, really enjoy escapism to a certain extent. Scorpio is a little more hostile about some things. They want to apply realism to things in a way that's not always the most pleasant. The reason that they're called the fire of the water family. They get a little aggressive. But what's really going on this week is your creativity is amping up. Your passions are going to be fired up a little bit more this week. And that's setting you up for a lot of positive, a lot of fun, but it could be a little bit chaotic this week. So water, just be ready for that. Your second rune is the Isa rune, which is the rune of ice. Color of black. Tarot association is the Hermit. And your astrology is the moon in general. So this is your runes this week are all emphasizing and enhancing water's natural characteristics. This particular rune, it brings in obstacles, coldness between people, a time to observe, keep silent, refrain from comment. Water, step away from the crowd this week. You have a lot going on. You have a lot of creative impulses. You have a lot of creative urges. There's a lot of energy coming in that is going to feel a little overwhelming this week. Isa is saying, step back. Work on the creation. Work with the energy of emotion. Work with those passions that are rising, those things that make the water energy so unique. The emotions, the creativity, the divine madness is what I'm hearing. Allow that to be the dominant energy for you this week. I mean, we all have those JOBs we have to go to, so kind of control it while you're there. But keep a notepad with you. Scribble stuff down as it's popping into your head. Take 5 minutes and go do that. And then when you're off work, turn off the news, turn off the internets, which is funny because I'm saying that as I'm on the internet. But step away and allow those things to come forward. Don't allow the obstacles of other people's opinions. Well, so-and-so might think I'm crazy for taking a welding class. Well, so-and-so is boring, so so-and-so can go take their own class in underwater basket weaving. Like, who cares what they think? Let them go do their thing. The hermit is saying it's time to pull away, but you have this insane creative burst coming up this week. Sometimes creativity needs to be done in isolation. That way, when you get things in play, other people, when it pops up, are going to be like, where did that come from? And that's where you surprise them, water, and that's that special depth of energy that water carries that other signs are a little jealous of at times. But with that, as we go through this upcoming week, we're in the middle of March already, which is weird to say out loud. We are heading very rapidly towards Ostara, which is the spring equinox. It's also a time of very powerful creative energy. Water, this is your energy to start with, but it's going to enhance everything that we're doing. So all 4 signs, as you go through this next week, you're getting closer and closer to Ostara. You're getting closer and closer to one of the first fertility holidays. As you're doing this, the fertility is triggering creation. The creation is saying, what is it that you want to build, create, and expand in your world? What seeds are you planting? Are you starting an indoor stuff because you're in a cold climate like I am, where you have to start your plants inside before you can put them out in the garden? This is a time to plant your seeds of your next future. This is a time to expand on what it is you already have started. All signs, all elements. Go forward this week with whatever the runes have brought forward, but also setting yourself up for success in the future. Set the affirmations, adjust your vision boards, however that works out, because you're tapping into, and the energy that's coming forward is saying it wants to support and enhance everything that you are trying to build right now. So really set yourself up for success by planting those seeds, adjusting things as needed, and watch for synchronicities. I'm hearing feathers, so some of you may be seeing feathers randomly, and I'm not talking to the people who raise chickens. There may be people who just randomly a feather pops up for no apparent reason. Those are signs from your angels and guides saying, we're here. Are you paying attention? So, with that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.